I was like, okay, thoda loss hai, but not so much.
I predicted, I'll go any lengths.
If I'm not getting it, adjust these three. Hey guys, we're back again with another episode of Train with JC and Bala. And we're doing great so far, I think so. I would like to, give a small gist of how it's going with Sapna. We've been consistently going to the gym, doing the training regularly. She's, pretty much kept everything on point. Results wise, we're doing amazing. I have a benchmark of getting her to lose 2 inches every month. Right,
That's incredible.
2 inches in the waist every month.
Wait, she started with 34 inches on her waist.
34.6.
So you're suggesting that by the end of 3 months she'd be like 28?
That's the target. That's the target. So considering she did not have any weight training experience and considering her protein intake was not so much.
It's an incredible target. Much harder.
So I want to keep that target high. Even if I get 80%, 90%, that will be great. So I think we're in line with that. Of course, I've not made her lose 2 inches so far because the first week was a bit of experimentation, getting to know how our body responds. But so far, she's lost 1.6 inches in the waist alone. I think in the coming weeks, we will catch up a little bit more faster and try and meet that 2 inches per month.
I met her just now. She's definitely looking much leaner. Incredible. Hats off to Bala. Okay, so we were just discussing, and again, my update. So, I discussed with you guys in the first week itself that my plan is to get Deepak, below 100. Wants to get better. And so for the next 3 months, the idea is that I'm going to train him and I'll try and bring him down to maybe 100 something for the first 3 months. And when he came for audition, he was 130. But when he came to Pune, he was around 128. But the day we started the training, that's the day when he was 126. The idea was to make him lose, around 10 to 12 kgs every month so that he'll lose about 25, 30 kgs and he'd be below 100. So I'm happy to announce that he has already lost about 8 kgs. So he's 100. Yeah, so he's 118 kgs as of last Monday. And so I think that's incredible. And I think by the end of the month, he'd have lost around 10 kilograms from 126 to 116. Yeah.
116. One quick question. So, considering he has that amount of body weight, do you see fluctuations on a daily basis? I mean, do you, if you check weight on a weekly basis, so did you see any fluctuations in that?
Yeah. So something which I'm going to share might come across as very counterintuitive. So unlike a lot of coaches, which they rightly do so, is that they don't ask candidates to check their weight measurements every single day. On the other hand, I'd share my WhatsApp chat with you guys, with Deepak, and he shares his weight measurements almost every single day. And the reason for that is because we are keeping everything very tight. And what I want to teach him is that how efficient actually our bodies are. And there are mild signals. There's a very high response in bodies, like small triggers. For example, if you haven't slept enough, you'd see that fluctuation in the weight. So right now, I'm in the phase where I'm trying to teach him. Just this morning, I was discussing with him and his weight was 117.5 yesterday. It went up to 117.8 today. So he was like, JC, my weight went down yesterday. And I asked him, did you sleep well? He said, no, I didn't have good sleep last night. And I was like, okay, by any chance, did you consume coffee yesterday? He said, oh yes, I actually consumed coffee yesterday. I don't consume coffee in the evening, but yesterday I had a cup of coffee. And so caffeine, is linked to, disturbances in sleep. And so what's happening is that by telling him and teaching him about how your body responds, a simple thing as, softness or hardness in your stool can give you an accurate picture of how good or bad your day was. See, in a grand scale of things, it does not matter if you keep checking your weight every day, because over a period of time, your weight is going to have those fluctuations. But I'm going one step further. I'm trying to educate him. And when you educate people, I think they become much more empowered and they are able to control their day in a much better pattern. So
I think this also instills a little bit of discipline in the mind.
it does.
Yeah,
It does. And
we
see,
have
it's the
to take
baby
care of that.
steps.
Yeah.
It's the baby steps, because what happens is that, look, a guy like him, he will lose weight. Like, it's very easy for a guy like him to lose weight. I mean, you know that, right? For him, losing 20, 30 kgs, just the amount of calories he must have been consuming, his metabolic rate is high. So even on 2000, 2500 calories, he'd easily lose weight, right? But how do you prevent a guy like him to going back to that stage again? Like, how do you prevent the yo-yoing, which is what happens with most of the people? They lose weight, they gain weight. They lose weight, they gain weight. How do we empower people to understand what to do and what not to do? I'm not training him every single day on the floor, but I'm educating him every single day on the floor. So this is from the weight front. Other than that, like I've already mentioned, his fasting blood glucose have come down drastically. They used to be, some 130 plus, and now his fasting blood glucose has come down. We'll probably check his H1C, HbA1c this month and see if there's any reduction. I'm hoping that would have
Going by one
reduced.
step to discuss that weight thing, because this is something which I have observed in a lot of people.
Right.
Is when people check their body weight on a daily basis, of course they crib that, oh, it went up today, it went down today. But in long-term perspective, they don't put back a lot of weight if they check on a daily basis, because
Agreed. Yeah.
they keep making those changes, maybe, majority of the days in terms of their diet and workout to come back to that original weight.
Yes, they put extra effort. So for some people, it could be stressful, while for others, it could be insightful, right? So it's like course correction. It's perfectly fine if you check your weight every single day, but understand the correlation. If you are using that fluctuation in the weighing scale to correlate what happened and then fix that and try and fix that, understand that, then it's perfectly fine. But if you are using it to stress yourself out, then I would suggest you are better off just weighing it maybe once in 1 week or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. By the way, some of you guys did ask for specific training program and specific food that Deepak is eating. So basically, he's on 2000 calories with around 130 grams of protein. And he gets these customized meals which are delivered at his home. And the meals are basically, they cook different kinds of food every single day. And so everything that he has ate since training began, he has taken pictures, and you can see these pictures on the video. This is the food he's eating, and you can also hear about it more from Deepak himself.
It's just fantastic. Like, even yesterday I had Goan chili chicken and fried rice. Today I had a burger as well. They had sent me a burger, chicken burger. Biryani is also there. So it's a combination of all kinds of diet. Almost 5 or 6 days back, I had spaghetti with chicken. So I don't miss anything now in meals. Initially, I had a bit of cravings, initial 4-5 days, but now I'm enjoying my meals.
As far as the training is concerned, the training is extremely simple. He does push-ups, dead hangs, and then body weight squats, and basically shoulder press with a plate. These are the 4 exercises that he does in a circuit fashion. He does 3 sets of these exercises. After that, he does abs, leg raises, and sit-ups. After that, he basically does cable chest fly. Then he does bicep and tricep. And then he does lat pull down 3 sets. So the entire workout now gets completed in about 40-45 minutes. And then he's still walking around 6,500 steps per day. So his protocol has largely remained the same. Just introduce some low intensity resistance training on the machine, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. I will give you a gist of what I'm doing with Sapna. So workout wise, our concentration has always been weight training. So our activity levels are pretty much 8,000 steps average on a daily basis. But I've started with a moderate volume initially, keeping the intensity high. So she's been training hard right from the beginning. But we started at moderate volume, around 8 to 10 sets per muscle per week. But we moved up to 12 to 14 sets based on the muscle group.
Nice.
Right? And her strength has significantly improved. This is kind of reassuring that it's working. And I kept the frequency too. Instead of training one muscle just once a week, I've divided the set volume into 2 different sessions. And on the diet aspect, like I told you, I've started at very decent calories, I would say 1800, to see and experiment and see how her body responds. And in the initial weeks, I was like, okay, thoda loss hai, but not so much. So it kind of given me a information that, I have to make changes in the calories so that I get the relevant rate of loss. In the way I work is calories, the number of training sessions, and the number of steps.
Yeah.
These are the three variables which I play around with to get the rate of loss.
Yeah.
If I get the relevant rate of loss, great. These are aligned. If I'm not getting it, adjust these three to keep getting that rate of loss.
And a lot of people say calories in, calories out doesn't matter. Those guys are idiots, to be very honest. Because if you look at Deepak's numbers, he's losing roughly 200, 300 gram every single day. Bearing days when he's like his sleep is not right, or if I had too much water, too little water. It's almost like consistent. It's almost like, in fact, if you go back and watch my video from first week, I predicted he lose this amount of weight. So you can't predict this kind of weight loss with confidence unless until you have belief in the concept of calories in, calories out, right? We've been doing this for so long. I mean, it's funny how people out there claim that calories in, calories out doesn't work.
Doesn't work, yeah.
But I hope this series has been insightful for you guys. The Bala is an amazing coach. We were just discussing how I feel like I've gotten an easy client, and I'm so damn proud of this guy because we had Holi a few days back. The whole town was closed. There was no gyms open. And then I get an update from this guy. He's like, JC, I'm done with my workout in the evening. I'm like, holy, it's crazy. Guy's working out every single day.
Fantastic.
And I'm not even like actively monitoring him. I go to the gym at the same time. He's working out, I'm working out. If he has any doubts, he asks me. I usually, when I go first, I talk to him, ask him for updates, and if there's something, I probably spend 5-10 minutes explaining him the concepts. And now he's doing really, really good. I'm so proud of him.
Fantastic.
And it's his daughter's birthday today. And if his family is watching this video, I just want to say that you ought to be proud of your father and ought to be proud of him. Seriously, he's an incredibly amazing guy. He loves his family so much, and definitely one part of him just wants to do this for you guys. It's for you guys. So he loves you a lot.
Deepak's daughter, happy birthday to you. And amazing that how motivated and how inspiring this person is.
This is a dad's love for his daughter. I have a daughter, and so I know that I'd go any lengths to do, I'll go any lengths to do whatever I have to do to, take care of her. And this is basically nothing but a father's love for his daughter that's propelling him to do, what most people would deem impossible. He's doing incredible. So proud of him. That's from our side, and happy, good progress. We are in the last week of the month, so very happy. Continue watching the series, and hopefully you'll learn more about how people like us do our jobs and help people get fit. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.